Why did you disconnect the phone? Who are you? Rachel, you're drunk. Why did you do this? Just a few days ago, the president had to go to the Civil Affairs Bureau to obtain a marriage certificate at his grandmother's request. Suddenly, in a fit of inattention, he mistook an undercover police officer for his grandmother's intended bride. Finding the girl's appearance and temperament exactly matching his grandmother's description, the president, without thinking, grabbed her hand and headed for the marriage registration hall. The girl was confused, her mind aflutter with thoughts. She thought this was some secret arrangement arranged by her boss. Without asking anything, she followed the president to get the marriage certificate photographed. While the photo was being taken, the president began muttering to himself. It's just like a real wedding. He was waiting for Hong Yang to receive the marriage certificate. The president looked carefully at the name written on it. After some time he realized that something was wrong. He did not look back. Hello, who are you? Xiaoche, are you done with Xiaoguo? I'll talk to you later. The girl's name on the marriage certificate and the name given by the grandmother are completely different. So the response came from the president. He shouted that he was going to get a divorce with the marriage certificate. The tone was filled with impatience. But the staff at the Civil Affairs Bureau had no choice but to tell them. According to the rules, a 1-month cooling-off period is mandatory in the divorce process. Cannot be stopped on the spot. Hearing this, the girl got lost in her dreams. Later it was revealed that she was not on any mission. This is really stupid. And a stranger got married. At this moment, the girl's earphones suddenly started ringing. It was an emergency call from a senior leader. Let him return to the team immediately for the mission. The girl had no choice but to let the president keep her mobile number. He didn't say a word. She left without coming back. Now only the president was left. She was crying continuously. After returning to the company, the president first asked his assistant to find out what was going on. It turns out that the life partner grandma had arranged for him wasn't actually him. A new girl wants to climb over the door. It's just that the new girl was going to the Civil Affairs Bureau. There was a car accident and she didn't make it in time. And the girl who got her marriage certificate made wrong. Add to this the innocence of being kind and obedient. This is a good girl. Or a responsible lawyer. The assistant saw the president's body and proposed. Mr. Pei, you are already married to Ms. Song Yao. Why don't you try to build a good relationship with him? Finally, the president took out his mobile phone and called the girl's phone. The girl started harassing the phone and then disconnected the call. This confused the president and he struck a second time. That girl also came in and dared to harass the person who called the police. So I picked up the phone and asked who was on the other end. And the president also answered honestly. Hey Che, you're the boss. Why did you do this? This angry comment shocked the CEO on the other end of the phone. He immediately complained to his assistant about how he could have chosen to be with such a woman. Isn't this like inviting trouble? The girl on the other end of the phone suddenly understood what was happening. The unfamiliar phone call I just received seemed to be from my husband, whom I had been married to only a short time. He immediately panicked and quickly called back. As soon as the call was connected, he kept apologizing continuously. She kept explaining that his number was not saved in her phone. In my haste after being marked as a spam caller, I said some things I shouldn't have. Only after giving a completely honest explanation could he with great difficulty obtain the president's pardon. The two arranged to meet at a quiet coffee shop the next day. I want to discuss exactly how to resolve the mess that happened at the wedding that day. However, the girl remembered that her grandfather was lying in the hospital bed. His only wish was to see his daughter get married and be free from worries. That's why the girl spoke directly. Mr. Pei, why don't we try it together? Don't get divorced right now. Are you sure? I always wanted to test the character of that girl, so I deliberately wore wrinkled clothes and lied that I had borrowed the dress from a friend. I'm a poor boy with no house, no car, no job, no money, and I'm ashamed to say that I'm afraid I can't give him the life he wants. But the girl laughed carefully and said that all these things did not matter to her because her family ran a factory. If you really don't have a job, you can arrange a share at any time. Seeing that the girl was not impressed by the money, the CEO deliberately created trouble again. Then I asked, what should I do if during this time I fall in love with someone better than you? Just as the girl was about to answer the phone, she suddenly had an idea. It was an emergency call from the hospital. The doctor on the phone said in an angry tone that his grandfather was not ill. The girl panicked for a moment and her face turned pale, but she expressed her feelings to the CEO before being taken to the hospital. If you fall in love with someone better than me, you can propose divorce to me at any time. I definitely agree. And when you get divorced, I am ready to give you half of the property as per the law. Saying this, the girl quickly left the cafe. Her candor, honesty, and kindness. This immediately piqued the CEO's interest. He immediately took out his phone and called his assistant. He asked the assistant to check the hospital where the girl's grandfather was admitted. And when the girl arrived at the hospital safe and sound, Grandpa's death wasn't an accident, that's why. But at home, a group of relatives knocked him unconscious. It turns out that his uncle and aunt, they were corrupting the factory where Grandpa lived. They are always looking to create trouble everywhere. They just want to usurp the property of his weak daughter. To acquire property, Mingzheng and Yang Shun even invited the family head. He told the girl that this family business has been passed down from generation to generation since ancient times. According to family rules, it should be taken care of by the elders of the family. Then he picked out a ready property and entered it into the agreement book. He forced the girl to sign it. Seeing the distorted faces of relatives, the girl could not tolerate it any longer. He tore the book of agreement in his hand and tore it into pieces. The head of the company immediately lowered his face. He threatened that if she did not sign it, he will remove him and your grandfather from the family register. After death, he cannot be buried in the village. My relatives around me also said the same thing to you. The girl kept persuading him to sign. The girl looked at the crowd and slowly became distracted. He had no fear of being deported, nor was he afraid of injustice. But he couldn't let his grandfather die in peace. He couldn't even let his grandfather have the right to enter Earth in peace. Seeing the girl's attitude, he became relaxed. His cousin immediately took a new property and entered it into the contract book. Many people took advantage of this opportunity and came forward and held the girl's hand. I want to force him to press the hand sign and take everything away from him. Just when the girl was drowning in despair, a clear shadow suddenly appeared at the door of the room. Now you. I don't know.